What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 shooting guards in the NBA today. But before that, I'd like to give my 3 honorable mentions before we get into the top 5 shooting guards in the league. So coming into number 3rd spot for the honorable mentions, we have CJ McCollum from the Portland Trail Blazers. To start off the season so far, CJ McCollum is currently averaging 26.7 points a game with 5 assists and 3.9 rebounds a game. Unfortunately, CJ McCollum has been out the past 4 to 6 weeks with a fracture in his left foot. But I definitely see him having the same impact when he returns. And coming in at the number 2 spot for the honorable mentions, we have Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns. Being one of the most entertaining players in the league, Devin Booker right now is currently averaging 23 points a game with 3.6 assists and 3.3 rebounds a game. And coming at the number 1 spot in the honorable mentions, we have Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine is currently averaging 27 points a game with 5.3 assists and 5.3 rebounds a game. I definitely would have put him higher if it wasn't for the lack of his team's success this season, but that's not really his fault. Coming in at the number 5 spot for the top 5 shooting guards in the league today, we have Paul George from the Los Angeles Clippers. This has been one of Paul George's best seasons when it comes to efficiency. Paul George is currently averaging 24.4 points a game with 5.5 assists and 6.2 rebounds a game. He's doing that, shooting 50% from the field and 47.8% from the three-point line this season. Paul George has obviously been one of the biggest contributors for the Clippers' success this season. Paul George just recently missed 2 games due to a foot injury. And in those 2 games, the Clippers lost both of those games, unfortunately. And that is why I have Paul George in the top 5 shooting guards this season. And coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics. My man Jaylen Brown has been having the best career of his season this far. Right now, he's currently averaging 26.4 points a game with 3.6 assists and 5.5 rebounds a game. He's also shooting 51.8% from the field and 42.4% from the three-point line. I know Boston Celtics fans are happy what they're seeing right now from Jaylen Brown. I would be too, though. But hopefully he can continue to keep up this performance through the remainder of the season and also in the playoffs. And that is why I have Jaylen Brown in the top 5 shooting guards in the league today. And coming into number 3 spot, we have Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz. At the age of 24, Donovan Mitchell is currently leading the Jazz to be one of the best top teams in the Western Conference today. Donovan Mitchell right now is currently averaging 23.3 points a game with 4.6 assists and 4.1 rebounds a game. He's been extremely efficient too this season. He's shooting 43.6% from the field and 41.5% from the three-point line. As a Clippers fan, I'm definitely kind of worried about what this Utah Jazz team can do. But nonetheless, Donovan Mitchell is still one of the top shooting guards of the league, and he's actually one of my favorite players to watch. But coming into the number 2 spot, this should be no surprise. We have James Harden from the Brooklyn Nets. Now I could probably make a 5-minute video on James Harden alone. But I'm definitely impressed with the way he's transformed his game since he's gotten to the Brooklyn Nets with 2 other superstars. From going from a 30-point-per-game scorer, he's definitely transformed his game into becoming a better overall shooting guard this season. Right now, my man James Harden is currently averaging 24 points a game with 11.2 assists a game and 6.8 rebounds. He's also been very efficient, shooting 46.7% from the field and 36.4% from the three-point line. He's also second in the league when it comes to assists per game. And those are the main reasons I have James Harden in the top 3 shooting guards in the NBA today. Now coming into number 1 spot for the best shooting guards in the NBA today, we have Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal has been doing it all for the Wizards this season so far, and some. Right now, Bradley Beal is currently averaging 33.3 points a game with 4.6 assists and 5 rebounds a game. He's also shooting 47.2% from the field and 34.6% from the three-point line. I felt it was only right to put Bradley Beal at the number 1 position since he's currently leading the league in scoring this season so far. And that is why I have Bradley Beal at the number 1 spot when it comes to the top shooting guards in the NBA this season. But hey man, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you left me a thumbs up. And if you have any different opinions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But until next time, y'all, peace.